welcome back to Pata Podcast episode 3. And yes, I'm Tut, and I will be the MC again for this episode 3 with my co-MC, which is a new MC, Garfield. Garfield, so could you introduce a little bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm your very new host, Garfield, also known as Yeminkan. I'm currently studying in IDHM second year, which is International Tourism Hospitality Management. So, yeah, very happy to be here, very excited, and I cannot wait what we have in hand today.
So today our topic is gonna be the mass tourism. So before we start, would you define about what is mass tourism?
Well, sure. I feel like personally, mass tourism, I would describe it as a large number of visitors or tourists visiting to one particular, or maybe more, to destination for affordable and standardized trips. So yeah, that's my version of what mass tourism is. So what's yours?
For me, mass tourism is like like you said, like how to say, famous destination of a country and many people visit. So that becoming a mass tourism, and which help the country economics and everything like in the positive way.
So yeah, I feel like mass tourism, since it involves a lot of like visitors and tourists, it's no doubt it boosts up the economics of the local communities, but I feel like it also had downsides to it, which is like overcrowding, degrading the environment, and also cultural losses, tradition like that. So rather than having more of a positive, I feel like they have more of a downside to it. That's my opinion, though. That's what my opinion.
I see. So I think today we're gonna have a little chit-chat competition about it.
Sure.
Because I was about to say that like mass tourism can like help people to learn about the different cultural, different tradition by learning the new tradition one, and also it helped the cultural sites to buy funding to keep them like well maintained. Yeah.
But yeah, you got a pretty cool point right there. But I feel like there's more of a downside to it when it comes to destination which involves local identity. So yeah.
Can you explain like a bit about like examples or things like how?
Sure. So mass tourism, as I just said, it involves a lot of visitors and a large number of people. And if we have more of a tourist demand, there's people are gonna go. You know what I mean? They're gonna go to that place, and they're not gonna hold back. And I feel like when a lot of number of people go to there, the authority of that tourism area specifically, they will be like, okay, we have a lot more visitor, and they're gonna find out what they to improve, and which is leading up to commercializing. You know what I mean? Like they replace the tradition, the authentic, unique tradition, into something that is commercialized just to attract the visitors. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why is they have more downside to it. You know what I mean?
So you think that way, but like most of the tourists come to the destination that they choose is like they looking for the real and the authentic one, like how to say, like local ones, and also want to support the local artists. So that is their interest can like encourage the local people to bring back the traditional caps, and also like they celebrate their cultural. Like we need to keep that like that kind of tradition and culture for our future. Yeah, don't you think?
Yeah, but like tourism is a really fast growing industry, right? So I feel like it oftentimes leads to over commercializing. I mean, it's not every destination that I'm talking about, but like some of the destination and locals in that area, they will feel pressurized to alter and simplify their tradition into something commercialized version of it. So that's my worry, and that's a bit of a concern. That's a sad thing, to be honest. So yeah.
Well, in that case, I think like so sustainable tourism can be can balance this issue, I guess, with like a careful management, and also like mass tourism can be coexist with local identity by the setting limits and promoting eco-friendly accommodation and like educating tourists about the respecting the culture of the destination.
So your approach is gonna be the sustainable tourism.
Yeah, that's what we right.
Well, I would say that's a really good approach to the issue being addressed. But I feel like it's not always enough because one of the factors being it takes a lot of time to be effective. You know, there are some things that needs to be resolved right away as soon as it happens. For example, in Chiang Mai, we have like a festival, a lot of festival, light festival, whatever. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people come just for that festival, and they have a lot of waste after the festival. So the management cannot control everything like that. So it needs to be resolved like in a short amount of time. So I mean. Same things happen to the Khao Sat National Park, so it experiences like overcrowding and everything. So it quite disrupts like wildlife and also degrade the environment.
I see.
So it's not a solution for everything, but sustainable tourism is a really quick approach, I would say.
I see. I agreed some facts of yours. Yeah, like sustainable tourism might not be the right away solution, but.
True.
I feel like it's an important step for like a long-term like solutions by controlling visitor numbers and also like improving like waste management, and also place like Chiang Mai and Khao Sok can reduce the negative effects of the mass tourism, and overall it helps like the both environments and the local community in a balance anyway, like lasting way.
Yeah, that's acceptable to be honest. But what about the government? Like, what factor would the government play in that situation?
I see. Of course, government will be always one of the main factors about it, and of course the government can help by like making and enforcing rules that can protect the cultural sites and like a heritage.
But those rules and regulations has to be effective, though.
Yeah.
That is the main key point of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mean? So, yeah. Since we've been talking for quite a long time already, I feel like we should conclude. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I think so. So shall we?
Yeah, I think we should. So, as we've seen, mass tourism presents both opportunities and challenges in preserving and local identity, even though I might have said a little bit of downside to it. So, yeah, it brings economic benefits and also encourage cultural exchange in some type of way. And yeah, it also has risks like, commercializing, as I just mentioned, right? But overall, mass tourism has been a really good topic to discuss between you and me.
Yeah, so like finding a balance between embracing tourism and like protecting local culture, it's like essential for ensuring the long lasting of like the destination worldwide. Yeah,
and that's about it, and let's call it a day.
And see you guys in the next episode. Bye.